Willy Webber has spoken out on how Michael Schumacher's situation was handled after a near-fatal skiing accident. Michael Schumacher's former manager, Willy Webber, has struck out at the former Ferrari star's family for lying about the aftermath of his near-fatal skiing accident in 2013. Schumacher completely withdrew from the public eye following the incident, which saw him placed into a medically induced coma for 6 months. The German fell and hit his head on a rock while skiing with his son, Mick, back in 2013. Despite wearing a ski helmet, the accident caused a severe brain injury and Schumacher did not fully regain consciousness until 6 months later. Just 1 year prior, Schumacher completed his final year in F1 with Mercedes, but the bulk of his sporting success came with Ferrari and Benetton as he scooped up a record equaling 7 world titles. Only Lewis Hamilton can rival the 53-year-old in terms of accolades and achievements, with the Brit overtaking his Grand Prix win tally last season. Webber, who first signed Schumacher to his Formula 3 team in the 1980s, has lashed out at his former client's family over a lack of access and lies following his skiing accident. "I think Dad and me, we would understand each other in a different way now. Simply because we speak a similar language, the language of motorsport," he said. "We would have had much more to talk about and that is where my head is most of the time, thinking that would be so cool. That would be it. I would give up everything just for that." Yes, since the accident, of course, these experiences, these moments that I believe many people have with their parents are no longer present, or to a lesser extent. In my view, that is a little unfair. It was a huge pain for me, Webber told Gazzetta dello Sport. "I tried hundreds of times to contact his wife Corinna and she didn't answer. I called Jean Todt to ask him if I should go to the hospital and he told me to wait. It's too early. I called the next day and no one answered. I didn't expect behavior like that and I'm still angry about it. They kept me out, telling me it's too early. Well, now it's too late. It's been 9 years. Maybe they should just say it the way it is. I could understand the situation initially as I always did everything I could for Michael to protect his private life. But since then we have only heard lies from them. Years after the accident, I said to myself to just look out for the family as I couldn't change things. He was like a son to me. Even today it hurts me to talk about it." Schumacher's son, Mick, is currently in F1 with Haas and is touted to follow in his father's footsteps by eventually linking up with Ferrari. The youngster picked up his first career points at Silverstone earlier this month and delivered an emotional tribute over the team radio, while he shed light on the nature of his father-son relationship in hard-hitting Netflix documentary Schumacher last year.